Hi, this is Vic with an update on my 2014 Cadillac ELR. What you're seeing now is a photograph that I took 10 September 2014. And now the screen that you're looking at is, well, I'm going to give you an update on my energy efficiency. What you're looking at is my last driving session of 51.6 total miles. And during that driving session, I averaged 125 miles per gallon. You see there's a portion of the circle that is green, and there's a smaller portion that is blue. The blue portion represents the percentage of travel that I use the generator to generate electricity for the automobile. Remember, the reason the engine comes on, the reason that I started the engine is because the engine is a generator. It generates electricity for the electric motors that drive the front wheels. It's a front wheel drive vehicle, and the wheels are driven by electric motors. Now, during this 51.6 miles, I will go ahead and remind you that I typically always like to start with a full charge. A full charge typically gives me anywhere between 38 and 40 miles before I decide to turn on the generator or the engine. And when I turned on the generator in this session, I turned the generator on in extended range mode, or mountain mode as it shows on the display. I started in mountain mode, which does two things simultaneously. It will add to the state of charge of the power supply, and it will propel the car and allow me to keep on driving. So I do not have to stop to add charge to the power supply and plug the car in. That is not absolutely required. It's much more efficient to do it that way. However, at times, if I don't want to, I will start my engine or my generator like I did during this little trip in extended range mode to add to the state of charge of the power supply. But as a result of running the generator this time, I averaged a total of 125 miles per gallon. I used less than a half a gallon of gas to travel 51.6 miles. 0.40 gallons of gas used. I'll go also, while I'm talking about gasoline, I'll also go ahead and mention that because I anticipated that I may use a little bit of gas, I poured some gas into the gas tank. I have a funnel, and I put the funnel into the gas filler area and poured gas into the funnel from a 1.5 gallon container that I use for my lawnmower, primarily for my lawnmower. It's kind of ironic. The way I fill up my Cadillac, well, I didn't fill it up, but the way I add gas to my Cadillac is the same way that I add gas to my lawnmower. And one thing that's different about this particular week is I added gas to my car and to my lawnmower as well. Typically, during the summer months, I will use more gas in a week than I will use. I use more gas in my lawnmower than I will use in my car in any given week. This particular week, they're about the same. It's about a half a gallon of gas that I used in each one. But 51.6 total miles. And I used 0.40 gallons of gas. And my lifetime high is now 93.9. Why is my lifetime MPG so low? That is, why is it lower than 100? It's because once in a while I do travel out of town. And when I travel out of town, I either cannot or it's totally inconvenient to plug in my vehicle and use electricity as much as I do when I'm driving around in town. And when I'm out of town, typically I will average anywhere between between 36 to 38 miles per gallon. And that's without plugging the car in. So realize that the best efficiency, to get the best efficiency from the vehicle should be plugged in on a regular basis. and should be run from electricity, only from electricity stored in the power supply, not the electricity generated by the generator. The generator being an internal combustion engine or gasoline engine. And that gasoline engines by far are far less efficient than an electric motor. Less than 25% of the power that's generated by a gasoline engine is actually transferred to the wheels. So the electric motor is far, far more efficient. But anyway, for 51.6 total miles this last driving session, 125 miles per gallon, and a new lifetime high of 93.9 miles per gallon is my lifetime average. And that lifetime average is truly mine, because up to this date, I am the only registered owner of this vehicle so far.